Hi there, welcome back to my channel, Nail Art by Sin. Today, let's recreate some happy stick people nail art design how-to video. Let's get started. Today, I've got 3 sets of Valentine nails that I actually put together. These are my practice nail sets. Don't wear these shapes of nail or this type of nail, but I do use them to practice on because you actually get quite a bit of real estate to practice on. So here is the first set, and it's got some really cute little stick people. This is a his and her stick figures holding half a heart each, and this says you plus me, and then of course equals a heart. This is a tic-tac-toe, but it's got tic-tac heart. This is a really cute set. I really like this. I think I want to recreate this one first. And I'm going to do it on nail sets that actually do fit my nails and ones that I do wear. So I'm going to be doing it on these right here. Second set is this set of stick people. I have like a nudie medium color that I used on 3 of the nails. And this one has a really cute little stick girl with little hearts and little bows in her hair. And then this is some freestyle rose drawing on the bottom of that second nail, this one here, with some chrome outline. And this next one is a stick person, a lady holding a heart to her face, curly hair. And this one is a heart with an arrow through it with some lips that I painted. And then the third one is probably one of my favorites, but it's a little harder to do. And I'm not quite satisfied with how the girls turned out here, but I will recreate it and try to do better at the faces. So this first one is a girl with a hat, one eye, lips, an earring, and then her neck and torso. And this is foiling on this one. And then this one is another girl's hat with an eye and lips and an earring. I probably should have moved the eye a little bit to the left on this one, but when I redo it, I will do that. And more foiling, and then this one is another girl with no eyes showing and just the torso, the neck, and the face. And I probably have to make it's got an earrings. I'll probably have to make the lips just a little bit smaller maybe on this one. So yeah, these turned out really cute. I've got a variety of gel polishes that I used for this. Of course, I've got my no wipe top coat, and this is Forever Glaze. This is from, well, actually I have one here that I haven't opened yet, Nail Boo, and I get this at Sally's. And then this is Venalisa, a red jelly polish. And this is Guibofu's 002. It's a white color. This is 0900 Guibofu. This is a pink shade, like a bubblegum pink. And this is 003. This is Guibofu's black. And then I have a white, and I'm not even going to pronounce that name because I'll chop it all up, but it's 3D painting gel. And then I do have the nude color that I used for this nude background. This is Beetles, and this is D174. And then the red is, I've got Jodstone pulled out, and that's B548. And the one that I actually used, the red color, and it kind of leaked a little bit, but it was Mepha and it was 0193, and I just thought, well, these are pretty close to each other. This is almost empty, so I probably will not be using that one again, but I think the colors are pretty comparable to each other. And then I've got 100% acetone, and again, I've already mentioned, but I've got my nails that I'm going to be using, and here are the brushes. And the name of these brushes are Shine Chance, and I got these on Amazon. And this is a 5mm, 9mm, 14, and 17. I've got some dotting tools, a cleanup brush, and then just a little Q-tip. So without further ado, let's get started on recreating. We're going to recreate this one first because this was, I think, the easiest one that I did. And the first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking my Jadstone Red polish B558, and I'm going to put the first coat of the red background on the thumb and on the pinky finger. And so I will do this right now. And then when I finish that, I will take my white, Guibofu White 002, and I will do the next three backgrounds in white. And I'm going to do that off camera because that is kind of time consuming. So let me go ahead and get that done. Okay, so I went ahead and painted the backgrounds of the nails. And I started thinking, looking at these two sets right here, I thought instead of recreating each one, maybe there's some way that I could combine these and make them kind of one full set. So I thought, okay, let's start with this. Let's pick this up and let's switch it with this one. And then I thought, let's switch these two here and perhaps even switching these two here. So I thought, oh, that would be nice, right? I mean, they could kind of go together, maybe the left hand, the right hand. What do y'all think? I think they look great. So this is what I think I'm going to recreate, is those right there. I'm going to move this one out of the way. We'll do that one last, and we're going to do these two right here. So in the meantime, the only difference is that I had painted three of the nails in a nude color, but I think I'm just going to leave them as is and just kind of work around just red and white nails. I think that might be better for this set, especially since I'm going to be combining them or mixing them around. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started recreating. So let's start with this little cutie pie right here, and we'll do it on the thumbnail right down here. All right, there you go. Now, I think I had mentioned before that I had purchased these drawing pencils, artist pens they call them, and I had found them at Ross. I mentioned it on one of my other videos, I think the last haul that I did. So I'm going to take my number 8 pen, and I'm going to actually draw some of this. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is probably wipe off the tacky layer that's left on the, let me get my alcohol here. That way it's not sticky when I draw on it. Okay, so I'm going to draw, first of all, I guess I'm going to start with the bottom. So just going to draw like this. All right. And I'm going to draw the little feet. I'm going to draw the little dress, which is a rectangle. So we will do a rectangle just like that. Okay. And I'm going to do some little shoes right here. I really like these pens for drawing. Draw the middle line there. Now I'm going to draw the circle for the head. So I'll start the head about right here. And I'm just doing some little little dots like that to help me draw the face straight. I think that looks pretty good. So I'm just gonna kind of connect the dots, I guess you would say. Let's see here. I think maybe her head's a little small, so let's erase this. I'm gonna get my alcohol back here. These pens erase really well with just alcohol. There you go. All right, let's do this again. All right, let's start up here maybe. Let's move a little bit on the outside there. Yeah, I think that's a bigger little face, I guess you would say. And the drawing is just to kind of give me a guide with my brush. There you go. A little bit better. Let me just get this little piece right off of here. There you go. And then this is going to be the little piggy tails. So we're going to have one going that way, one going that way, and one straight up. Let's do the same. One this way, one this way, and one straight up. There you go. Okay, a little too far apart there. Let's try that again. All right, that looks better. All right, this is just a little guide. So I'm going to do my little hands up like this, and they will be holding the hearts, the little hearts. And these are the little flower stems, and that'll hold a heart. And this is another flower stem, and that will hold a heart. Okay, so this is a guide, and we will start with the painting part. I'm going to put up this pen here. I like to put them up so that I can see the size of the tips here. Got OCD, I think. All right. So, because this is a red pen, I think I'm going to make her dress maybe a little, I guess this one is going to be pink. So I need to choose another color. Let me look at my stash and see what other color. I am going to make her face white, like this one here. And maybe I should do the face tan. Yeah, I'll do the face tannish. That's a good thing there. Okay. All right, let me start that. Right now I'm just kind of cleaning the brush, making sure it's clean. And let's see, this is the tan that I used. It was Beetles D174. I think what I'm going to do, because it is having to go a red polish, I think I'm going to change my mind here. And I think I'm going to do a white face, but then I'm going to come back with the beige over it. That might be a little better. Yeah. Right now what I'm doing is I'm loading the brush, and then I'm going to come out. There you go. Oh, perfect. And so one thing about these longer detail brushes, and this one is my 14 mm, With it being a little longer brush, you're able to do a curve really well. If you try to do this with a shorter brush, it just doesn't work real good. There, that's beautiful. It's perfect, perfect. All right, let's let that self-level just a little bit. And put just a little bit more here on this side. There you go. All right, let's get that cured. Okay, so now I'm going in with the beige color and just kind of going over the white a little bit. Give it a more face tone color. There you go. Okay, so I'm going to let that self-level as well. And all right, we're going to cure that. I might do one more little coat of that beige color. I like that color, it's pretty. The camera's not doing it justice. Let's see if I can get the light right over it. It's very pretty though. I know when I did it on this nail, that was like 3 coats. So this is just a very light coat of it. D174 Beetles. She's so cute. I've got to go back in and put the red bows. Can't forget that when I do the hearts. Let's just put another light coat right over this beige color. Okay. All right, so next we're going to do her little hands. And they're going to be facing up a little bit. All right. Going to do her little hair. Okay. I think I'm going to give her a little white dress. Let's see here. Let's get a little bit more white. Just going to try to clear up that little white smudge right there. And I got it, I think. There you go. All right, I'm going to cure that white real quick. And then I'm going to put maybe one little small top, another coat of white on there. I am going to take my little, this is 5mm brush, and I'm going to try to do the earrings here. The earrings, I'm sorry, the ears. So we're just going to put 2 little circles right here. Oh, that's not coming out very well, so let's do that again. All right. Let's try the other side. I'll take my little dotting tool and get some of that beige. Take my small dotting tool. So let's get a little bitty one, which is this one here. Let's get a little bit of that. Sorry, I picked up the wrong one. Let me do it with white first. Let me cure this real quick. I'm just going to cure for a quick 30 seconds. Just so that black doesn't smear onto it. All right, so let's get some white here. Let's get a little white there. And do a little white here. Okay, those are okay. Another 30-second cure. All right, I'm going to come in with this beige now and just dot over the white, and those are the ears. All right, and cure that as well. Let's do a little bit. Okay. And you can tell they're the ears. I'll go back in with a little black and outline it. Okay, now on this one, I have red hearts, but because the background is red on my nail that I'm working on, it is in the lamp, so I can't show you. I need to do this in either white or pink. So I thought, well, I don't want white, but I found this beautiful reflective pink glitter, and I think it'll show up perfect. So let me just shake this a little bit. And I don't shake mine like this. I shake my polishes like this because I don't want to get any air bubbles in there. All right. Let's put a little bit of this right here because she's going to have some dots on her dress, and her bow ties are going to be pink. The hearts are going to be pink. And I think I'm going to give her some pink earrings on those ears. So let's see what we can do here. All right. So we're going to make the little bows. I'm going to give her little pink earrings. And I'm going to try the little dots on the dress. And then I'm going to give her some little hearts in her hand and right here on those little poles there. So with the small earrings, let's do this. Okay. Might be hard to see because of the red background, but we'll do the best we can. What do you guys think? You think they're too dark? Yeah. Don't think that's gonna quite work. Let me see if I have a darker pink that I can use. And maybe a lighter pink will work better. Let's try that. All right, I already cleaned them up. Remove the pink earrings. Let's try the lighter. Well, I thought it was going to be lighter, but it actually looks darker. So let's see how this does. Okay, let's try that. Let me try and do the bigger dotting tool for the dots on the dress. Let's do 1, 2, 3. We'll do some different size dots. Try some smaller ones in between. Okay, I'm gonna have to remove this last dot because it was too close to the other one. Let's use the cleanup brush. All right. Let's do a tiny one right there. All right. Still think they're too close together. Let's try that again. All right, let's try and get that cured before they start running. All right, now we're going to go in with the hearts. Let's do that first. So the way to do a heart is you do one dot, and you do a second dot, those dots are too big. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's get those dots removed. Try the smaller dots. One dot, two dots, and then I'm going to take my little fine brush. I'm going to pull down. Connect them together a little bit. I'm not liking that. See if I can have a lighter pink that's not a glitter. See how that works. Okay, so this is Guibofu and it's 062. Let's shape this a little better. All right, let's try this one. And those two glitters, in case y'all want to order them, they're RAR JSM. They're reflective glitters 174 and 173. Let's try this pink. Oh yeah, that'll work out better, I think. Okay, there's one heart. There you go. Let's try another heart on this other side. Just two little dots next to each other, not touching, and then you just bring down the polish on them and shape it into a heart, and there you go. It's two little hearts. Okay. Let me get these cured so they don't move. And here is the first nail done that I recreated. I like it. It looks really cute. So now we're going to move on to the next nail, which I'm actually got two of them here. This one and this one, which this is the index finger and the ring finger. And so we're going to be recreating these on these two nails right here. And there you go. So we're going to get this done. Okay, so I'm going to start out, I think I'm going to fill it in first and then I'll outline it. Okay, I'm going to put that in the lamp for 60 seconds. Now we're going to move on to the second one. All right, here you go. Put that in the lamp for 60 seconds also. All right, so I'm just kind of loading my brush with the black, and I'm going to outline the hearts. There you go. Okay, putting them in the lamp for 60 seconds, and then I'll come back and do the bottom parts of the body, and then I will work on the top, the head part. All right, so right now I'm going to do her little dress and her feet, so let's give her, I'm I'm going to make the dress a little bit bigger than I did on this last one that I had. Okay. Let's give her a couple little legs here and her little feet. There you go. Now let's give him a little body. Let's give him some legs here. And some little feet and shoes. There you go. That's good. Let's give him his little head, or let's do her head first, okay? Gonna do here, here, and there. Make his head a little bit bigger. All right. I think the head on the right is still a little big. I mean, a little bigger, so I'm gonna try to make his head a little bigger also. Okay. There, that's about right. All right, so now let me trace this with the liner brush. right, there's his little bottom. Let's get that in the lamp. And now I'm going to do her little dress. They're both in the lamp now for 60 seconds. Let's clean the brush. Okay. Next thing I'll be doing is I will be tracing the head and doing the little hands and the face and the hair. And of course we're going to give her a little pink bow tie. It looks like she's got a pigtail on this side. All right, so now I'm going to just draw the outline of the face. And now I could do this without using the drawing pencils, but I did want to use the drawing pencils just to show how easy it is to do that. If you feel like you're not an artist by any means, and I am not an artist, but I know how to do art, so like I said, I probably wouldn't even have to use the pencil or the pen, the artist pen, but I wanted you to know that you can certainly use those to make it easier for yourself. You know, doing stick people is very easy. Anybody can do them. Okay, so there you go. That's the first one. Let me do his little hair. We're just going to give him 3 little pieces of hair up here. Make it real easy for him. I'm going to give him just a little smile. Not really. This nail is not as large as the other one this one that I did, so I'm not really going to give him the little smile lines. I'm going to see what it looks like, just like this. There. Okay. And now I'm going to give him his little eyeballs. So let's see. We'll probably use this size right here. It's a dotting tool. There you go. Oh, it's perfect. Okay. Let me put that in the lamp for 30 seconds and I'll go back and do a full cure in a little bit. Okay, let me outline the other nail, the girl. All right. Let me give her little hair. She's got little bangs. There, that's cute. And I'll give her a little smile as well. All right, let's give her some little eyeballs. Let me check the eyeballs, just kind of make sure I have them. I think his are a little bigger, so let me just make hers a little bigger too. All right. Let's put them in the lamp for 30 seconds, both of them. And now we are going to outline a bow for the top of her head. Once I do that, then I'll go in and put some little hair sprigs up there for her. Let's see if I can. Let's get her some little pigtails here. All right, let's wipe that up because that didn't come out very well. Let's see here. All right, let's get this in the lamp real quick. And I'm going to, I think that looks good on him. So I think he's, oh, I need to do his hand. Okay. So we're going to do that little hand mark right there. There. Oh, that looks cute. Let's put some light on it so you can see it. Ain't he just adorable? Perfect. All right, we'll get him in the lamp for 30 seconds and get the other one out. Let's see. We probably need to do her hand now. So I'm going to give her a little arm here. And give her there you go. That looks awesome. I'm going to trace her little dress a little darker here. Okay, I'm going to trace her little legs. Oh, so cute. Let me fill in her little bow. Well, before I do that, let me get this in the lamp for the 30 seconds. You know, I've always cured Madame Glam polishes for 60 seconds, but I just happened to be looking on their website and I was reading the curing time, which I probably should have done before. I've been using Madame Glam, as you can tell from my Madame Glam collection of polishes that I have here. And I have quite a few. Got more Madame Glam up there. Um, it says that you can cure those polishes for 30 seconds, 30 to 60. So I guess there's a reduced curing time for their polishes versus Wibofu or Beetles, Jodson. Those all say 60 seconds. So it's important to read the curing instructions for each different polish. So, with that being said, so as I mentioned, these nails are a lot bigger than these nails. So, you can tell that the stick figures are a little bit bigger and the heart's bigger because I had more real estate, per se, to use than a smaller nail, but that's okay. You can make the stick people whatever size you like to your liking. So now I'm going to take my 5mm brush and I'm going to fill in her little bow. That's cute. I'm also going to do her little dress pink. Okay. That is so cute. And I think I'm going to give her maybe a couple of little pink, you know those little pony ties that have the little balls on them? We're going to give her a couple of those right there. Let's see if I can get a little bit more pink polish here. Okay. There you go. And maybe I'll give her some on this side as well. There. Let's see if it'll... Oh, that looks too cute. She's all matchy-matchy. Okay. So let's get this cured. This is too precious. I'm going to do a full cure on these, 60 seconds both. Okay. So these are done. Now, I'm going to look at this one right here. And the nail that I'm going to be using is very, very thin. So instead of drawing the lips, I think I'm going to use some little lips that I have. Let me get those out. All right, so this is the one that I'm recreating here. You can tell that the nail on the right side is very thin, but actually pretty comparable in size, I guess. Let's see. So I drew these lips. I guess I'll try and draw it first, but if it doesn't come out, then I did just recently get these in. I just ordered these from Shein, and yeah, so these are glitter lips, and I've got some real pretty red ones right here that I could use. I could even use pink ones. I'm gonna have to use pink ones because the nail is red, so that just answered my own, I just answered my own question and thought in my head. So I will be using the pink ones because I'm gonna have to do a pink heart as well. So let's try and draw them first, and if I can't draw them small enough, then I'll resort to the pink lips here. All right. I am going to try to draw this heart, and hopefully, oops, you know what? I think I better take off the little sticky layer that's on the nail. That will make it easier on me. I'm going to use my little alcohol wipe. Let's do this. Yep. It takes that inhibition layer off. So, there you go. Let it dry. Okay. Let me get my more of my little pink polish here. All right, let's see how this is going to work. Probably should do this heart in white first, is what I'm thinking. And then that will make it pop more once I put the pink on it, because right now it's kind of blending in with the red. So let's get this off of here. All right, let's try this again. Okay. Let's get that cured. Get that bubble out of there. And then we'll go in and put a coat of pink over that white, and it'll make it pop a little more. Okay, let's get that cured. I'm left-handed, so sometimes I need to put everything on the left-hand side of me. It's funny, I'm left-handed, but I do a lot of things with my right hand. Brush my teeth with my right hand. I comb my hair with my right hand. I put rubber bands in with my right hand. If I'm going to pick something up, I'll pick it up with my right hand. But I write with my left hand. That's really weird to me. I guess I'm a little bit ambidextrous. All right, so okay, here is the heart out of the lamp, and what I did was, because it's red and I had to make it a pink heart, I put a white heart first, cured it, then I went back with the pink, and I just left a little white border, which I think looks really cute. And so now I am going to draw the little feather piece at the top, and do the little arrow part at the bottom. Just make it real straight there. Excuse me for just a moment. All right, that looks really nice. Now I'm going to do the feathering up at the top. It's 1, 2, 3. Let me do this on this side. That's 1, 2, 3. Because you guys are watching this video in real time, I'm gonna redo this top part again because it kind of looks like it's running together. I'm just going to redo the whole thing. Okay. I have to get it more at an angle. Let me see here. Let's do it that way. And we're going to do it this way. There you go. That looks awesome. Now, do the feathering again. 1, 2, 3. And we'll do it again on this side. That's 1, 2. We're just going to have to show 2 here, that's all. I'm just not happy with how that is looking. Please excuse me. Okay, try this again. 1, 2, and 3. That looks good to me. I'm going to put it in the lamp for 60 seconds now. Okay, so I am going to attempt to draw the little lips very small. I think I'm going to use the other side because it's smaller. Let's see. I'm going to do some white first, and then I'm going to go back with pink. So that's how you do lips right here. Okay. Clean this brush a little bit. Okay. So, with the brush nice and clean, then you're going to shape the little lips just like that. Then you're going to do the bottom portion of the lip. Just like that. Let's clean that up just a tiny bit. That looks pretty nice. And as I said, I'm going to go back in with pink. I'm just not really caring too much for the lips. I think the nail is just so thin that it's just not doing anything for me. Let's clean that up. I think I'm just going to use the little lips that I bought. So just give this a quick little cure. Make sure everything is dry on it. Okay, and I'm going to pull out two little lips here. And we're going to go with the pink ones here. Okay. Looks like I'll be able to put a couple of these on there. So there's one. There's two. There's three. Could probably do one here and maybe two up here since they're so tiny. Let's try that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my Orly Bonder, which is kind of tacky adhesive. Hold on. All right, so I got a little bit of my Orly Bonder here. And just put a little bit there. Bought this on Amazon, by the way, if anybody's interested. Okay. And so this just has to air dry for just a couple minutes. So we're going to do one here. We'll do another one here. And then we'll do one down here. So we'll just let it air dry for just a couple of seconds. Okay. This is a little brush that I use only for adhesive application. Give me a second on this. All right, let's see if we can get this going. We're going to put one right there. Going to put another one over here. Then I'm going to put this last one right down there. I think that looks cute. do is put a little top coat on it so it doesn't move around. Okay, I'm going to give a little flash cure for about 10 seconds. And this just came out of the lamp, and that looks wonderful. And it's totally encapsulated inside the no wipe top coat that I used. So there you go. You can see that it is completely in there. No ragged edges anywhere. That looks very nice. So this goes back here. That goes there so far. And we just have one more nail to do. But these look great already. And we're going to be doing this one next. And this one is actually hand-drawn rose. And it's got the Vanillisa jelly polish on it. And then it's got some chrome outline there. So that's the one that's going to go right here. And this set is going to look beautiful. Depending on how long this video is, I may have to make this part 1 and part 2. Because this is already 17 minutes, just this one last segment. And I believe I'm probably at about an hour already. So we'll continue this. I'll get ready to do the last nail. And we are getting ready to work on the last nail of the 5 nails that we're putting together. And I am going to basically just do a little squiggly line just all the way down like that. And I'm going to paint this nail black. We're almost done here. Just doing the first coat, and then I'm going to come back with a second coat of black. Let me put this in the lamp for 60 seconds and then we'll come back with a second coat. All right, that's the first coat, and now we are ready to do the second coat. All right, and we're almost ready to get this finished up and cured. Okay, I'm going to let this self-level out. Let's see here. Turn that upside down for just a second. All right, I'm going to put this in the lamp for 60 seconds. All right, so this is just now out of the lamp, and we're going to take our white and we are going to make some little rose swirls. All right. We are going to start in the middle. I'm going to put this right here over to the side. Okay. I'm going to start about right here. And to make a rose, you just start going in little circles like this. And you don't want it too close because you don't want them touching. All right. We are going to put that in the lamp for 60 seconds. And I'm going to clean this little brush up again. Now we are going to bring in this is a Vanillisa gel polish collection, and this one is 5080, and it is a red jelly polish that we're going to be using. It's real pretty red. All right, and so this has been done. And right now I'm going to take this jelly polish and I am going to go over the black portion that has the rose. All right. So as you can see, I just bring it right up to the edge. And there you go. That looks real pretty. I'm going to put that in the lamp for 60 seconds as well. Okay, so what I did was I took some black gel polish and I did a like a semi-thick outline of the edge of the design. And then I cured it for 60 seconds. And so now it still has that tacky layer on there. So what I'm going to do is, this is my chrome powder here. I'm going to take some chrome powder on my little makeup applicator, and I'm going to just kind of go over the edge of it like that. All right, and now I'm going to get my little dust brush and just brush off the excess powder. And that is what you are left with. Let's put the light on it so you can see it really well. That is really nice, very pretty. And, you know, if you have anything that you need to clean up, which I don't, this is pretty, you can actually go in and just kind of touch it up with a cleanup brush. And then you're going to put a top coat over it. And it's really going to make it just really shine. It's going to be so pretty. Okay, so before I put the top coat on it, let me just show you. So here are the 5 nails right here that we worked on. And so here is the close-up of the first one, the little girl. And then this is the jelly red polish with the chrome outline. And that's the little boy with half a heart, the little girl with the other half of the heart. And then here is the heart with the bow with the arrow through it, and then little lips on it. So now we're going to get ready to work on the other nails. And the one I want to show you is the tic-tac-toe. Tic-tac heart is going to be this one. And it's going to be this one. Let's put the chrome powder away because I will end up spilling it. All right. The other nails, which are these, it's got 2 additional stick people, another one with the jelly polish and the chrome, and then this little one here. These 3 I'm going to do off camera, and I'm going to do the Tic Tac heart one, and then I'm going to do this one here for you. The others I will do off film, off camera. All right, so let's get this started. I'm going to get more black here. And so first we're just going to draw a little tic-tac board. So that's what we're going to be doing here. Okay, I'm going to start that over again because I think I went... Maybe I'll just take that off of there like that. All right. I almost knocked over the phone. All right. Let's do this again. Okay, there's that. And then we're going to do this one here. All right. Basically, we're just doing the little tic-tac board. All right, there's that right there. And we're going to cure it. Okay, we're just going to clean the brush again while that is curing in the lamp. Okay, so this is out of the lamp, and now we're just going to do the little X marks. And, okay, so we're going to do an X right here. And we're going to do an X right here. All right, I'm going to do another X here. It's going to be a heart, heart, heart. So I have another X right here. All right, and another X over here. And heart, heart, heart. It's an X here. And there's an X over here. All right, I'm going to cure this. 60 seconds. And then I'm going to go back over the little black lines, the X marks again. Okay. All right. Last cure here before I start doing the red hearts. Okay, I'm going to put just a little more red here. There, just wanted to say thank you so much for watching my video in its entirety. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and come back to visit my channel for more fun videos. Now, Art by Sin.